This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. We're finally back in studio, guys. This week I have my cousin and good friend and just my good buddy, Travis Miller, here with me, joining me in the podcast studio.
Hey, man. Good to be here.
Yeah, man. We got our radio voices on and all that.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching, you'll notice there's some new ads to the little studio here. We got the poster behind us. My dad got me that made for Christmas, so threw that up. Don't need to edit on like a banner or anything. And then we got a Your Last Resort podcast bat. You can see it kind of
nice and engraved.
Yeah, inscribed or whatever the fuck you call it here. And we got Baby Yoda here holding it. Got one of those too. Had to put that into the podcast and incorporate all that.
On the bandwagon there.
No, exactly. So before we kind of get into some segments that are involving you and fucking around, the first one we got to do is the kicks of the cast. This week, the kicks of the cast, I got on Nike SB Zooms Bruin Lows. I got these. They're sick. I really like these, dude. They're beige. They look kind of worn. You can wear them almost for somewhat fancy occasions.
Yeah.
But they're also skater shoes. I got them after Christmas too. I got them for $45. So you can't
after Christmas deals.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Those after Christmas deals.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's the kicks of the cast this week for you guys. Now,
love it.
Before we start talking about some fun childhood memories, I want to move into one of the icebreaker segments, one of the first Would You Rathers.
All right.
So the first one that we got here is, and also let me wish you guys a Happy New Year. We're recording this episode on New Year's Eve as we're taking a fun little trip to Big Bear to go boarding and hang out and party and all that. We got a small little group, COVID tested, all safe and all that. But
great.
Yeah, recording it before we
stuff.
get out of here. It's going to be fun. Now, first, would you rather? Would you rather eat Burger King or Sonic for the rest of your life? Sonic?
Honestly, I don't even like Sonic. I don't even like Sonic. I haven't even had the food at
Yeah,
Sonic. I've
yeah.
only had milkshakes.
Uh-huh.
But the milkshakes are fire, and Burger King's garbage. We had that when I was out in school in New York.
Yeah.
And that was like the fast food on campus.
Yeah.
Dude, it was gross.
Nah, Burger King
not my
is
thing.
so gross, so nasty. Fuck Burger King. There's no reason that any establishment should be able to sell you, 10 chicken nuggets for 99 cents or something.
Dude, it's criminal.
Yeah,
People who go to Burger King and they're like, I'm gonna buy the $2 10-piece nugget.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to know better than that. You know what
You
you're
get what
getting
you pay
into.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost someone's fault. If they were local man eats Burger King and alien bursts out of his stomach, I actually wouldn't feel bad for him.
Yeah, I can't even blame Burger King for selling 10-piece I was about to call them McNuggets. 10-piece nuggets for $2 because if people are buying them that's on them.
Man. A crack dealer is gonna sell crack. It's not good for them, but if people want it,
what are you gonna do?
They're gonna get it for them. Yeah, I agree with you. Sonic's food is not that great, but it's infinitely better than fucking Burger King's food. The last good thing they had were the chicken fries, and I know they brought them back, but they were not as good when they brought them back.
No, it's not the
either.
same. But we were also 8.
That's also true,
having
yeah.
the chicken fries.
Yeah, we had very minute, stupid young taste buds.
We were the kids who were getting excited for 10-piece nuggets for $2 at Burger King.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. You got me there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I traveled a lot because of college and stuff, but I felt like every 6 months I would go to LAX and I'd have to eat Burger King at LAX.
Dude, I'm sorry.
And there's a Burger King in every fucking airport. In America, every just airport, bro. There was one in Nashville, and I remember one morning I had a 4 a.m. flight, and I was so hungover, and I got there at 3 in the morning, checked in, and the only place open in the whole airport was Burger King. So I had Burger King for breakfast.
Wow.
It just is a horrible way to start. That day is a negative day.
We actually had Burger King for breakfast when you left, that day that you left New York. You were like,
we did. Yeah, we did.
And instead of getting a bacon, egg, and cheese from I don't know, Tim Hortons or something.
Yeah.
We were like, oh. Let's go to Burger King and
All
get a
right.
biscuit.
To our defense, we were at the point where
Hey,
we
no,
were
no,
just going
not
to
our
sleep.
defense, to your defense. I did not want to go to
We didn't have
Burger
any
King,
money,
man.
dude.
That's true too.
We could
That's very
only
true.
afford
Okay, no,
Burger
that's
King.
very
You think
true.
I wanted to go there
That's
instead
valid.
of we were like that last day we were like, what can we do that's free? And we just walked to free places. We couldn't ride, nothing. We were so broke by the end of that trip.
Dude, and it was still more fun than going to Staten Island.
No, dude, that's hilarious. Okay, so two of the things that I had written down to talk to you about, we'll talk about these first, is the New York trip. That was a blast. One of the funny things that happened is I wanted to go to Staten Island for Italian food,
Yeah.
which doesn't really make any sense.
It was like, Brandon,
Yeah,
your
tell the
first
story. I'm
time.
turning my volumes down.
It's like your first time coming out to New York. You know, what do you want to do? You want to go see, like, I don't know, Times Square. You want to
millions
go
of
to
things.
any of the museums, whatever. And it's like, nah, I want to go to Staten Island and get some Italian food. And it's like, we got Italian food on, like, in Manhattan.
I don't know. I was under the impression for some reason that like Staten Island was the place for Italian food.
And now it's the place for Italians.
Yeah, we went to an Italian restaurant. I'm not gonna lie, fire. But
It was
we had to
pretty good.
take like a 30-minute ferry to Staten Island that we had to wait for, and then we had to catch a fucking subway into like that part of town. And Staten Island's actually pretty for like the shit rep that it gets. Like it seems like a very nice place to like retire from.
For sure.
You know, retire to. But we get into this place and it's noon on a Tuesday, right?
Yeah, easy.
And we open the door into like one of those places where it's dimly lit, like there's a crack of light where you can see the dust kind of hanging through it, literally like a mob movie scene. And there are just like 10 old, so Italian, like talk with your hands, make you sleep with the fishes.
It was like walking into a scene from The Sopranos.
Yeah, like they were like gobbity-goo, as soon as we walked in. And they all looked at us like, who the fuck are these people? Like they looked at us like rats. Like we were wearing wires or some shit to bust them. And they were just fucking hammered on a Tuesday afternoon, just probably reliving old mob story days. Like we
Who
probably had
knows?
in there like Jimmy Two Shoes and fucking William the Wally Rabbit, and he was like, hey, remember when we stole all of that shit? And he was like, hey, that was amazing. And
That's pretty
those,
good.
yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
dude.
that's pretty
Those
good.
are my Italian impressions.
I like that. You get that from Family Guy?
Probably. I don't know. Those are like the 5 easiest words to impersonate an Italian.
Buca di Beppo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did the intro the other day. I tried an Australian candy bar, and I was doing like an Australian accent, and someone was like, you should do the whole podcast in an Australian accent.
They really thought it was that good, huh?
Well, it couldn't,
That's
but
impressive.
I think it would be
Must have
kind of,
been
it would be kind of funny. Like,
yeah.
but I feel like it would get old after 5 minutes is the only problem.
Yeah, no, if you wanted to do that, you should bring Tati back on. She'll just speak British to you all day.
We'll be doing 2 different. I was thinking like on
It's close enough.
find like it kind of sounds the same.
I mean, yeah.
They both say cunt a lot.
That's
That's kind of
that's how you gauge it.
yeah. The closer to American you get, the less C word. The farther away you get, more C word. It's like a fun little graph for people.
Yeah.
What language is he speaking? How many cunts did he average? 1.2 cunts per minute. He's speaking New Zealand, whatever they speak there. They just speak English, but like New Zealand
Yeah, New Zealand
slang.
brand.
Yeah.
They got
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Languages, geography is hard.
I'm taking a geography class with
It's hard,
with
isn't
my
it?
brother. No, I haven't started yet.
Oh, well, it's
It's got
gonna
that
be
winter
hard.
break. It's probably gonna be hard though.
Like, it's one of those things where I know the names of so many countries, but when you start to get down to brass tacks, like, if I gave you a map right now, could you point to me where Kyrgyzstan was? You'd have like an area, but I couldn't find it. What about New Guinea?
New Guinea, I could probably do.
It's somewhere in Africa, right?
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
another
wait,
one?
No.
No.
Oh, actually,
See?
no.
You
See,
know
I
what-
don't
see
know.
what I mean,
Now I
dude?
don't know.
You know, like, cause that's like
I thought it
someone-
was closer to New Zealand. Luke would be so ashamed of me.
It's I don't think it's down. What was another country? There's like like Singapore. Sounds like you would think it would be in South America, but it's definitely an Asian country, right?
It is definitely an Asian country.
I like out of Singapore. It sounds like it should be right next to Peru.
Really?
I don't know why.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what makes me think that. I might be the only person that thinks that, but
You know, speaking of South American countries, what's up with Uruguay and Paraguay? Like what?
Lazy.
Yeah, super lazy.
Dude, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, all bordering countries. Why? That's lazy. That's lazy countrymen. Fucking lazy. Could you imagine if we, like, when we came here and we're like, we are the United Nations of Britain. Like, you would be like, that's fucking stealing. Or if we were the United States of Itten. Like, we just changed a letter.
Well, I mean, we just took like the continent and we said we're the states of that continent. That's kind of not that. That isn't that unique of us either.
I guess, but it's better than if we were just like okay, so we all came from like Britain.
I mean, we're better.
What if we were smitten? Like what?
I'm smitten with that idea.
Yeah, thank you. But you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's like
I was gonna say like it's like, oh, at least we're not New England, but like we have New England, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
we do. We're not good at naming our states, like New Mexico, Arkansas, Kansas, like just sound North Dakota. Why? I was talking about this last podcast. Why the fuck is there 2 Virginias? Just make them one. They're not even that big. Just make them one. Don't need 2 Carolinas. Do not need 2 Dakotas.
Definitely don't need 2 Dakotas.
It's just lazy.
No offense to Grammy.
Nah, it's okay.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Dude, their slogan is meth. We're on it. They're not that proud of a place. Like, get the fuck out of here. I can't stand for that shit. It's the same as, like, parents who they're like, we have John, Jimmy, Jeff, and Jared. And I'm like, oh, wow, you're so fucking creative. Like, what do you do for a job? Let me guess. You work at a call center? And your husband, what?
Damn.
He's the manager of a Ralph's? You fucking losers. I don't know why I'm so mad about this.
I don't. I get that.
It's lazy.
It just seems like is it like a joke? Like what are you doing it? Like what are you doing it for? Like
I have more.
Like why are you picking? Like you're picking themes for your children's names.
Yeah,
which
that's
is just
the
kind of
ground that you stand on.
Like I don't know.
I think
I don't know. Seems dangerous.
I think I'd much rather have someone name their kid Absidy than John, Jim, Jeffrey, Jared.
Dude, did you see that thing about that tweet? It was like some girl is gonna like name her child Adolf. But not like because
why?
Because they want their child to like grow up to grow up knowing what
to murder Jews.
No, knowing what it feels to be like ostracized. So they want because they're white and it's like to show to like help their child understand the struggles of like BIPOC people. And I'm like, that's a really interesting way of going about that, naming your child Adolf. Like, why don't you just teach them about the struggles of BIPOC
Yeah,
people?
bro, make them read Mein Kampf when they're 4 or something, not name them 8.
Yeah.
That enough like, right there. That enough right there is
like a boy named Sue.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
A boy named story Adolf? That is, no, that's not what I want.
You should get Child Protective Services.
Yeah,
right
like...
then. There's, I think
arrest them.
They would make Casey Anthony proud.
Oh.
Ooh. Casey Anthony's mad she didn't think of that, so she couldn't kill Hitler too. You know? Allegedly.
That's smart. No.
Can't sue me, Casey, you punk bitch. Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think of this. Oh, the only other thing I want to talk to you about with New York, because we got like way off the topic of New York.
For sure,
is,
my bad.
Do you remember I saw 2 of the most insane homeless people I've ever met there. The first one was, do you remember when we got in the cart and people came running out of it with their T-shirts over their nose? And then there was the homeless man passed face down wearing gray sweats and his backside was coated in the shit he shit himself.
I remember that dude. That guy, that was
sad. I'm not even trying to make fun of him, but it was one of the, I've never in my life seen anything like that.
Yeah, no, that was,
people
that was
fleeing.
a car. Oh, dude, what about that?
That's
about
the
that
other
guy?
The other guy who worked for, who did he work for?
He worked for someone?
No, remember he worked for John F. Kennedy or Bill Clinton
or
George.
Dude, no, we're talking about different people.
Oh shit!
Still.
Okay, you tell your story.
No,
I'll tell mine.
Were you the one I was with when like we were coming back? We're coming back. This, now that I'm telling the story, it might have been my roommate Teddy.
Okay, we'll tell it either way. I love good homeless people stories.
Nah, like we were coming back from the city, and like we're on the train, and there was just this dude who like came up to us, and he's like 6'5", just like tall, baggy pants, wife beater shirt, reeked like hell. Like just so very, very, very smelly. And like he was like getting up in people's like space and stuff, making people like uncomfortable. And, like people were like moving cars, and like he got up in some woman's face and like said like something. She had like a child with her, and it was like me and my roommate were like, we like went with her like to the next car, and she was like, oh god, like. Yeah, anyways, he kept hopping the cars, but that's just I mean, that's just New York. You got so many stories like that.
The one that I want to talk about was this
Yours
guy,
is way funnier.
And he's by himself, and he's talking to himself, and then he kind of like he offers a question, like he goes like, you know what I mean? And I was bored, so I said, yeah, I know what you mean. And then he was. Now me and this guy were best buddies. Yeah, and he starts going, he goes, yeah, man, so I was working for George, and George Bush had all these questions. I don't remember if it was Clinton or Bush.
He name dropped like 3 or 4 different presidents.
Yeah, but he was talking about, like, he was like, and I kept telling him, George or Bill, like, you gotta stop being in cahoots with the Middle East. They're working together. And he's like, and I got and he was telling me like all these conspiracy theories about how
he was in it. He had his hand in a lot of pots.
Yeah, he said he like bordered the disputes between like Saddam. It was Saddam who he kept talking about. Saddam and George W. Bush, or maybe whoever was president at the time. He like did the meetings between them, and he said that he couldn't. The problem was they were starting wars with them, but he was having them over for dinner and drinks at the White House, and that they were low key besties. But in public persona, he was like deaf to them, and he was creating all these problems. And he was so crazy, and he was so worked up, and he had just the funniest New Jersey, Staten Island trash fucking accent. Like he was just like, you know what I'm telling you is Bill, I told him you can't be in cahoots with all these people, and they come down here, and he tried to be in bed with them. George, you can't do it, George. And I was just like, okay.
I took a voice memo of that.
You did.
I think I might still have it somewhere.
If you can have it, I'll try and like.
I'll send it to you if I can.
Put it on the end of the podcast so people can stay and listen to it. Yeah, crazy ass people in New York City, but that was a fun trip, dude. We did a lot of fun shit. I want to move into another segment because I know, it's New Year's Eve. We got stuff to do, things to do, people to see. I want to move into the Avid Deserter segment. So this is where we try a candy bar, and then it's cool. We haven't done a candy bar with the guests in a while. I've been doing Zoom ones, and then you're going to rank your top 3 and your least favorite. Now, You want to do your top 3 first, or do you want to try the candy bar first?
Let's do the candy bar first.
All right, guys. We got a very cool candy bar. So I go to that World Market.
Okay.
And these are called Lion Chocos.
Lion Choco.
You can't see them. They got the lion on them. They're from England.
Looks ferocious.
They're from a weird part of England.
Nice.
And they're not... Nestle used to make them, and then they sold the rights to like another company, but they still print the Nestle brand on them or something. So... I don't really know what.
This is definitely Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, this is like.
It's not England. This is offensive.
It said England. I looked it up, dude.
Oof.
I used Wikipedia and everything.
Yikes!
If you want to look it up on your phone, I'm down. My phone's over there.
The Irish take offense to that.
Why?
There's a lot of history behind
Lion.
Irish
it's from the Cocoa Clan.
Irish being not a part of the. I don't know. My brother would tell you he took some Celtic class.
Yeah, man.
I forgot it. I tried to learn it secondhand.
I've never, ever heard of these. And I like that all their measurements are in grams and kilograms.
Dude, we're so lazy for not picking that up.
So it's such an... Oh, whoa, this is weird looking. Okay, it looks kind of like a dick with herpes.
It looks like a 100-gram bar. I just pulled the whole thing out the wrapper. We unsheathed it.
Wow,
I got the.
You gotta take on the whole thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're all good. I think what it said is it looks like it's milk chocolate wafer and peanuts.
I like that. It sounds.
Which is cool because the 100 grand I felt was lacking something. So maybe this is what it needs. All right, let's go.
I thought that the whatchamacallit lacked it too.
That lacks everything. The whatchamacallit.
Dude, that was so disrespectful when I heard that because that's one of my favorite candy bars.
All right,
but
you ready to try it?
Do we
cheers?
Do a little cheers. Oh.
Okay.
It's a lot harder than I expected.
Yeah.
Like, it took more effort to bite into.
Dude, these are kind of fire.
This is pretty good.
These are really good. Okay. You know what they're like? You ever had the off-brand Crackle?
Yeah.
It's like a Crackle. It tastes like that. It's kind of like a Crunch Bar with peanuts almost. But, like, it has that very, like, I've noticed because I've been trying some out of America candy bars. And these, a lot of other, they use that wafer, like, where the bars, like a wafer inside, where you get that kind of, like,
for sure.
Like it flaky crunch. This has that too. So that they kind of use that a lot. This is
See, like I feel like the caramel, it makes it like so hard to chew through. You know?
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I like these, dude.
Yeah.
Candy bars don't normally get 2 bites on this podcast. You know I really like them when I go for the 2 bite or I'm hungry. Okay.
I like it.
Trying to figure out where I'm gonna rank this.
There's like a scale of 1 to 10 ranking.
We use decimal points. So to give you kind of an idea, I'm always a piece of shit and I never have the list with me. It's on my phone. But it's always like if you're watching right now, it's between us. Like I'll have it superimposed into the edit, but yeah, they won't even be able to see your hand. I'm not that good at editing. It just is now the front image of whatever they're seeing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like the top one is a 9.5, which is my Reese's Take 5. I know like a Snickers is a 9.3, Kit Kat's like 9.2, and then there's a really fat saturation from like 8.3 to 8.7 is where like a lot of it seems the candy bars fall. And then as I like stuff less, it falls out of there. The lowest is it might, I don't know if it's either the whatchamacallit or the, I think the whatchamacallit is a 6.9 and the paydays are a 7.
Have you done payday?
What, man?
Whatchamacallit below a payday?
Yeah,
get out of here,
I really
man.
didn't
Stop.
like. At least I didn't like the paydays. Made me at least not feel like a piece of shit because I felt energized with the nuts. You know,
dude. Whatchamacallits have that je ne sais quoi.
I don't know, man.
That whatchamacallit.
Look, man, you can like them. That's cool, but I don't like them, and it's my podcast.
See, it's hard though, because with the rating, I mean, aside from the whatchamacallit, so like the ratings, we grade on a different scale. Like I grade it like a 7 is like that's like your average, like a 7.
See,
like C average.
I started, but see, I like, and I think I've given that, like, because I like, I mean, like to me, because like sitting at like an 8.2 is like the s'mores bar I had. You get kind of the Hershey's cookies and cream is a 7.8 for me. Because it's like too sweet and so that's like a C to me. The whatchamacallit, like I genuinely didn't like it. I like it's not even that I was like like
it's 7.8.
No, I gave the whatchamacallit a 6.
No. I thought you said
the cookies and cream is what I gave the 7.8.
It's almost an 8.
Yeah, but we use decimal. Nothing's gonna get much lower than the whatchamacallit because like it'd have to be inedible.
Understood.
Like I would still like if I was starving, I'll eat a whatchamacallit. I just don't like them. They're boring.
Damn.
Fuck you and your whatchamacallit. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I gotta give a rating for these.
Sorry,
I really like these. These are a 9.0. We're back in the 9s, baby.
Whoa.
I really fucking like these candy bars. It makes me sad that I'm gonna have to go buy these from only the World Market.
Because you gotta buy them like in singles. And
they're like, it's like $2.50, which it's not a lot. That's more than like a Snickers.
You gotta pay for
like
that import, dude.
I know.
It's that premium.
Now. I only have 4 candy bars, 9.0. I really fucking like these.
I respect that.
I actually gave a pretty low rating to the candy bar I tried the other day. It was called a Violet Crumble from Australia. And
Violet or violent?
Violet.
Violent Crumble would have. That sounds fire.
Fumbled the bag for sure.
That sounds. Violet Crumble's a little iffy.
It's a wafer milk chocolate, but the inside wafer is honeycomb.
Interesting.
I didn't eat all of it. It was a 1 bite. It was all right. I have like a half I haven't touched. I'll give it to you after so you can just experience it. But okay, dude. 9.0. These are really fucking good. Lion bars. Shout out England, possibly Dublin too. Now I want to hear your 3 favorite desserts and your least favorite.
We're doing like this is just overall desserts, right? Not just chocolate bars.
Nah, dude.
Okay.
Overall, I mean, we've had suggestions. We've had this be from Starburst to honey buns to cronuts to
Starbursts are pretty.
yeah.
good.
So all
That's
that
up
kind of
there.
stuff. So yeah, throw whatever in. The only stipulation is don't say cake. Say chocolate cake or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
Don't-
sure.
Yeah.
It'd be like specific.
Mhm.
Okay, so I got top number one dessert has got to be tiramisu.
Wow,
A good
okay, first
tiramisu
one.
from anywhere, I will take that and devour that, and I will have 3 more. Otherwise, I've got 2 probably cookies and cream ice cream.
Okay, that's a solid choice. Yeah.
Big cookies and cream. Pretty much just any vanilla ice cream with mix-ins. Like I'll take it. Like
Yeah, we were
Full
very
stop.
pro vanilla ice cream on the last.
yeah, you know it's
podcast.
basic, but it gets the job done.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
we literally like the last time we were talking about how like people who hate vanilla, it's like they act like it tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, like it does
It's
not taste like
flavorful as
cardboard.
fuck, and you can add anything to it. I'm not gonna add
It's just like-
chocolate sauce to chocolate ice cream, like,
Exactly,
but I
like,
can add.
You can, but it's just too
Yeah,
much.
go to
It's way too
Guantanamo
much.
Bay, you fucking psycho.
Yeah, at pain.
Yeah.
Pain.
Okay, so you got tiramisu and cookies and cream ice cream.
Third one's got to be pie, but it depends.
What kind of pie?
Apple pie if you have ice cream to go along with
Okay,
it.
I like this.
Otherwise,
I like the
strawberry
specific.
pie.
Dude, I've never in my life had a strawberry pie.
Big strawberry pie guy.
Okay,
I
big
didn't have
strawberry-
strawberry pie for a really long time,
Mhm.
but I had it in Marie Callender's, and it was fire. And I was like, you know, if Marie Callender's is gonna pop off like this, like a homemade strawberry
Yeah.
pie is gonna be redonkulous.
Okay.
And Luke did it, and it was
Pretty good.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
So
to try it.
like,
I've never had
cement-
strawberry pie, but I do. Apple pie is in my top 3, and I agree. It's infinitely better when you have.
It's
ice cream
not
with it.
as good if it doesn't have ice
Yeah,
cream.
it's still good, but it's just the ice cream with it is unmatched,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, for
Um,
sure.
What's your least favorite dessert?
Oh wait, let me specify too. Apple pie has to be French apple. We don't want any of the crumbly top. No
Okay.
crumbly top pie.
The Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch pie, not a big fan.
Yes, it's not as good.
Yeah, but French pie, give me pie crust. The pie crust is the best part about the pie. I want
Yeah.
more of that.
Yeah, I like when I make it. I make the ladle or whatever because I like. There's something about the texture is better than just crumbly nonsense. Feels like I'm eating a decomposed donut. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not as good.
for sure.
So then, the least favorite dessert. What you got?
Least favorite, I've got Jolly Ranchers.
Wow. Okay.
Don't
wow.
like Jolly Ranchers. Those were like a staple in elementary school.
They
and,
were.
Like, I always took
What
them.
irks you about them so
It-
much?
I don't like you know, hard candies you can bite into a hard candy, but
Uh-huh.
like if you bite into a Jolly Rancher, it like does that thing where it makes your like teeth stick,
Okay. Yeah.
you
yeah.
know? And then I just don't like the flavors are good, but like they're not my favorite, and like, you know, they make your saliva all thick and stuff. Like it's too much commitment for not enough payoff. Like I just don't
I agree.
I just don't
agree.
like those.
Okay. Yeah. I've never had Jolly Ranchers suggested on here before. I don't.
Glad
I
to
can
be
get
a
why you
first.
don't like them though. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to be a first. I like whenever I tell people that, like that's usually like, what? You don't like Jolly Ranchers?
It's one of the, I could see because I think a lot of people, no one really like loves Jolly Ranchers, but
Yeah.
people like them, and so I could see why you get that kind of like you don't like that when you
Yeah.
first say it, but also like I like Jolly Ranchers, and if someone hands me one, yeah, I'll eat it, but yeah, they're nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I mean they're like
not,
what your teacher gives you when you like answered a question
Yeah.
correctly in the 3rd grade. Like that's a
Okay,
Jolly
I feel
Rancher
you.
to me.
all right. Jolly Rancher doing a new one. Well, anything else you really hate? I feel like you want to get something else off your chest.
Nah, I didn't really have. I came up with the top 3 like least favorite honestly on the drive here because like
What's your top 3 least favorite then?
Oh, you told me to come up with the top 3 least favorite. I
No,
thought.
favorite.
Oh, I thought you told me least favorite too.
So you.
I mean,
don't
I
like-
got no. I got the top 3 favorite, and in addition
oh.
to that, a top 3 least.
Oh,
favorite.
you only needed one, but shoot,
Oh,
man,
okay.
if you got more,
Funfetti cake too. After
Okay.
that experience that we had in New York with the Funfetti cake, I can't
that
do
was
it anymore, dude.
repulsive. Yeah,
We had a Black Tap. Shout out to Black Tap. Those crazy shakes are otherwise fire.
dude. So
except,
it was Black Tab, right?
It was Black Tap. They
'Cause
got
I
it in
ate
downtown.
I ate there like a month or a couple
Downtown
months ago
Disney,
with
I should
Erica, and I was
specify.
like, I swear to God, I've been here.
No, yeah, Black Tap in downtown Disney. They have another one in. I forgot what street it is, but they got one in Manhattan.
Okay.
It's
I
really
remember,
good.
yeah.
But the Funfetti milkshake was like birthday cake ice cream with
It's
like
yeah.
of an icing coated like or an icing rimmed
whole ass
cup,
slice
a
of cake,
slice
bro.
of cake, and like a fat slice of cake too.
And then a funfetti milkshake. If you're watching,
God.
it's between us right now. It is. Even if you think it looks good, dude. We split that shit.
It was delicious, but
I was
oh
so
my God.
sick after it.
Dude, it was so great.
sick.
It was like it was really great for the first like 2-3 bites, and then it was like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to like actually eat all of this, like
Yeah.
because they're like $17 shakes. So
Yeah,
it's
they're not cheap.
It isn't like you could just like leave it.
We spent the whole, like, that was our meal for that. Like, we ate that for dinner because we were like, well, we just dropped a meal's worth of expensive on this bullshit thing. So then, like, I remember it was in a basement, too.
Yeah.
It was kind of...
They got like a top floor level, too, but like, that was all full.
I felt like I was in 7 just being fed till I was going to throw up and
Jesus.
die. I'm shitting on this place. I had food from there the other day, and it was fucking good.
Yeah, no, I had a burger from there. It was amazing.
Yeah,
This
I forgot which one I got, but it was good. All right, man. We're gonna move into. We're gonna talk about New York right now, but I want to now talk about some childhood stuff with us because we're cousins, and obviously everyone has different relationships with their cousins, but we've almost been like friends our whole life, you know. Like,
almost.
I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know what we were doing when we were like babies and shit. 'Cause I don't really remember, but I mean, as far as I can remember. We had a lot of sleepovers at each other's house where, I think a lot of people, maybe their young sleepover memories were with, like, the neighbor kid or this and that, but we had a lot just us.
Yeah.
The first one I wanted to bring up is when I broke your arm. Because I know you love
yeah.
So, was it at your birthday?
That was my 5th birthday.
His 5th birthday.
Yeah.
He used to have
what
one of
a
those
gift you gave me.
Those jungle gym where it was like the tree house into the monkey bars with the swing below combos that everyone had. And
Nice setup.
we were up in the place and we told you could only join the club if you climbed on top of the monkey bars into the window, which, is not that hard to do. But mistakes happen.
Listen, I was 5 years old. Okay,
hey man,
I'm still developing my motor skills.
And I did it. Well, were you gonna learn how to?
Yeah,
do it at 6?
you had a year more to develop your motor skills. That's a lot of time.
Man, I think you're only.
That's over. That's like, I don't know what's. It's over 20%. It's actually less than 20% if you're 6, but 20% of your lifetime almost.
Well, man,
to develop that skill.
Shit.
I didn't have that time, that luxury.
Well, man, that's unfortunate. And he fell. And he broke his arm, and to this day, somehow that's still my fault because you can't walk properly.
Well, because the club. Okay, so the club didn't exist the day before my birthday party.
Hey, man, a club. You think that there was a day where Scientology didn't exist?
The club didn't exist the day before my birthday.
Okay.
And then on my birthday, it exists, but you're going to exclude the birthday boy from the club.
Hey, man, this shit's earned, not given.
Dude, what do you mean it's earned? It was formed that day. What did you have to do to earn it?
Hey, man, everything has to be formed one day. I'm sure people said that about the Constitution. And then now look at it. Everyone hates it. And...
I don't know if we hate the Constitution.
But dude, Scientology, Mormonism, like all that shit began like one day, and people were like, "What the fuck?" But they had to do their dues. They had to kill a small child. They had to sell their life away and join Scientology, and you had to break your arm. But think about it: all you who are listening, you're not part of the club, but we are. So
I'm part of the club now.
Yeah, dude, you broke your arm. But you're like, yeah, dude, you're.
Dude, you have actually never let me in the club.
Well, then, dude,
you've genuinely never let me in the club. You've always stated that because I didn't pass the monkey bars.
Well, you know what, dude?
No, you can't take it back now. Like I'm in the club.
No, yeah,
like,
you are. We're doing the white people like 400 years later. We're like, we're sorry, slaves. Like, you know what I mean? We're giving you that apology right now. It means nothing, just like that apology did.
Yeah, okay, that's you're part of it now.
Yeah,
I guess that's fair.
You're in, dude. You're in.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, so you got to get in the club. You either got to walk across the monkey bars or break your arm. Those are the only 2 ways you can get in.
I did 1.5 ways, so I'm like extra.
Yeah, dude, you're one of the OG members.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what the club's called.
It was literally just the club.
Oh, the club.
You just would not let me in the club.
Well, man, welcome.
And I broke my arm.
Better late than never, right?
God damn.
That apology really does feel like anything, though, like white people have done in history, where, like, something else the other day, like, not too long ago, they acknowledged. They were like, this was wrong and this was bad. We're sorry. That's what we're doing right
no,
now.
I saw some. I'm not gonna talk on it because I don't remember what it was.
No, yeah, I mean, they did that. Like, the thing I said with like slaves, they did that with slaves. They did it with indigenous people. Just kind of pick and guess, and there's like, something.
Slap a Band-Aid over.
Yeah, like didn't like a year ago that they were like, yeah, sorry, Martin Luther King, we were bad as a government.
No, I thought it was like there was some. I think it was Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
There was a civil rights activist who was killed.
Oh, yeah,
and only just recently, like the city or the state voted on apologizing for the killing of that person.
Dude, just don't apologize at that point.
Like if you're gonna like it took 40 something years just to vote on that, like you might as well have just not apologized.
Yeah,
like,
listen, I'm gonna speak as this is a white man.
If you're gonna give that much, like that half-assed an apology, like who's that for?
No, exactly. And I'm speaking on this as a white man who's had everything pretty easy. I just have to imagine if I was the family or like group of like people that are getting apologized to, like. I would just be like, what? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you're too late, too long, too late. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So you're in the club. Another thing is the half pipe was sick too. You used to have the half pipe in your backyard and
that was pretty cool.
Fun memories, dude.
For not being a skater, having a half pipe in the backyard, it's a miracle I didn't become a skater.
It's also a miracle that you broke your arm on the swing set and not the half pipe.
Yeah, that's actually a good point too.
You think there would have been way more injuries on that shit?
You would think so. I think Luke and I just didn't go extreme enough on the half pipe.
Yeah, I don't remember us ever going that hard. Like, I don't think I ever progressed after being able to drop in.
Yeah.
And I remember you guys could do like the rock and rolls and go back and forth.
Oh, no, I could never do a rock and roll. I could just like I could turn. But
that was about
it. That's as far as I got. Yeah.
Fuck, man, good
memories.
I
wish I got better at that, but you know,
you no longer have you got any other good childhood memories, or you want to move into another segment?
Yeah, dude. What about that the first time we discovered porn?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What a story. Shout out naughtydolls.com.
Shout out.
You can tell this story, dude. You lead point on this.
Okay. So when we were kids, we used to have like. We used to be really into like the ugly dolls, like the stuffed animals. And then like one year for Christmas, my mom found like these off-brand ugly dolls that apparently were called Naughty Dolls.
Yes.
And they had like different characters, different names, whatever, all their stories. So we were like, oh, you know, that's fun. Like, what other characters do they have? So we're like 5, 6, 7, 8.
We're young,
like,
we're really
somewhere in between those ages.
Like, not even at the age where, like... Or actually, I don't want to ruin it, so finish it. We're, like, porn, nothing, like... We're, like, asexual at this point in our life.
Yeah, like, it's not a blip on the radar.
Yeah, not even,
We're just existing. So we're like, okay, let's find some of these Naughty Dolls. Mm-hmm. And so we look up... How are we going to find Naughty Dolls? naughtydolls.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so we search naughtydolls.com and it pops up and we saw our first pair of boobs that day.
First time I saw tatas.
I don't know if we saw anything else because as soon as we saw those boobs, we sprinted back to Brandon's room screaming. Brandon brought his baseball bat out.
We got like swords,
we equipped ourselves
and fake guns,
and we brought that out to the computer to combat this evil,
to fight these hoes.
We gotta get them out.
Yeah,
that was like we were clearing our search history before we knew how to clear our search history.
Yeah. Like we didn't know what this was, but we clicked on it. And we were like, we don't want mom and dad to know we were looking at this.
Like, this is bad.
I don't know what it is, but mom would be mad.
Anyways, so that's. I mean, that honestly is the end of the story. I don't know if your mom. Did we tell your mom?
I think we told my parents, and they like laughed and then like got us off the website. But we I remember we weren't allowed to look for that anymore. And I remember your mom felt bad. Another good one is when my dad.
We never found extra Naughty Dolls.
Never, no.
Never found
I'll
them.
check and see if I can find them because I wouldn't be too mad stumbling on those websites.
Yeah,
but
dude.
You remember when my dad?
Shout out Naughty Dolls.
Yeah, shout out Naughty Dolls. Last childhood story. My dad, we were probably 8 years old, and we were bored, and we were like, Dad, Stacy, Uncle Stacy, what can we watch on TV? We're bored. Like, so bored that we were like, Dad, pick something for us to watch. Mm-hmm. So my dad goes through the guide and looks through the channels, and what he looks at and decides will be the best thing for a bunch of 8-year-olds to watch, because he quote-unquote called it a classic, is Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh. And he turns on Nightmare on Elm Street for 8-year-olds. Now, two things about the story. One, we're 8. We have couches, much like this one. Like a lot of couches now that you can't go underneath them. This one had an underneath. So we were both legs up on the couch, made a fort of pillows in front of us because we were worried he was going to come up and grab us. And here's the crazy part, bro, is I like so vividly remember this movie watching it. I've never ever seen it ever again, but I know that we never even saw like any like super scary parts. Like we saw the part where like I remember we were so scared because he was making out with her. And he had a long purple tongue, and he licked her boobs, and we were like, oh my gosh, boobs, what the fuck? And then we also were like, his tongue is scary.
Like, this is so confusing.
And then we saw a scene where he like kills a guy in the shower at school, like cuts his back open and he dies, and the water comes out red. We never got to see, like, because I've seen it in Scary Movie, the scene where, like, the person dies in their dream. Like, we weren't even, because if we were introduced to the dying and dream concepts, we would have shit our pants.
Yeah, no, I definitely was introduced to that later.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there, but we rewatched it at Max's house.
I wasn't. I've never actually ever seen that movie again.
That was the time that we convinced. I think that was the time we convinced Zach about the Will-O-Wisps.
I remember you guys introduced me to that shit, and I was so fucking mad. I was like, this is not real.
What, the Will-O-Wisps?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was, like, I don't know, you guys were so convincing. I was like, okay, this is a real thing. And then it was just the wind at night. He was like, it's the Will-O-Wisps.
Dude, it wasn't even...
Notice.
It was like, if you focus on one spot, like, it gets, like, everything gets darker around you, but it's just your eyes, like, adjusting.
Yeah, bro, I remember we were doing it. It
colder in the room.
Like, y'all were freaking out, and I was like, man, what is this bullshit? Like... What the fuck is... And I was playing along, but in my head I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? So yeah, we've had some ridiculous memories as kids. Those are some good ones. All right, we're going to move into another segment. We're going to move into the Dumbass of the Week. The Dumbass of the Week brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass! Dumbasses! Dumbass! 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 Dumbass!
The Dumbass of the Week brought to you by Red Foreman is Mitch McConnell. Because Mitch McConnell fucked us out of $2,000, dude.
Amen.
I don't care if you're Republican or if you're Democrat. We missed out on that $2,000 stimmy. Old boy Donald wanted to give it to us so he could up his ratings before he left.
Huge.
And
Huge
Mitch
rating.
still said no, dude. That stupid turtle, Franklin the turtle, ball sack, rat fuck, cost us all $2,000.
He said, man, I don't want anyone who is making 6 figures or more to get this. It's like, okay, 9% of America makes 6 figures.
Yeah,
so what about the other
people? What
about
about
the other 91%?
No, yeah, Bernie Sanders straight up pwned his ass the next day in the House. They were like doing reconvening, and he was like, Mitch, what you need to look at here is that half, maybe even almost half, 10 of the counties that you represent in Kentucky are 10 of the most poorest counties when you look at the top 25. And, like, so true, dude. Kentucky is a poor shithole place, and I can speak firsthand on that. There is a scary lack of education and teeth in Kentucky. A deadly amount.
Damn.
And we're not giving them money. Dude, give them the $2,000 and let them get braces so I don't gotta throw up every time I reconvene with some member of the state of Kentucky. Fuck that.
Bro, I saw some tweet that was like $2,000, like, I'm paying off my bill, you know, I may be, like, paying off some credit card debt, blah, blah, blah. $600, I'm getting Botox.
Yeah.
Like,
no, yeah, $2,000 is some life-changing, like, pay rent for a couple of months, help pay off that debt people have been accumulating. $600 is just a fuck you.
Yeah,
it's
just
a
like,
straight
hey,
up fuck you.
Dude, we're like that meme of DW, like sitting at the gate, like just looking outside, looking in, like at all the other countries that are like, hey, yeah, man, we've been like, Canada's looking at us like, yeah, we've been giving everyone $2,000 a week or a month or whatever it is,
like, yeah.
What are you guys doing? Oh, you got $1,200 total over this whole thing? That's cool.
Yeah, dude. No, just straight up fuck you. It's like you ever seen like the meme where like it's like the boat is a hole in it and the guy slaps the Flex Seal
Flex
on?
Seal, yeah.
That's what they did. Is it was like impeding economic collapse. Boom. I just verbal meme for you guys. You're welcome. Also,
God
I want to
bless.
give a honorary dumbass of the week to the Adolf Hitler thing. Because I didn't know about that. Otherwise,
Wow.
that for sure would have got one. So we got to give a co-dumbass of the week, not even honorary.
I'll make sure to send you that link.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking hilarious. So
pretty amazing.
ridiculous. All right, guys, that's the dumbass of the week. There's
Or Adolf, huh?
Yeah, or Adolf of the week. All right, dude. 2 more things I want to talk about with you before we wrap it up with the last
Yeah.
segments. We won't be too long on this. Want to talk about the Mexico trip or the Holocaust first?
Oh,
People are like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
let's go Holocaust first.
All right,
I
so
feel
guys,
like Mexico trips.
The Holocaust happened in 1940. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I understand that we probably shouldn't jokingly call it this, but we were fucking like 8, so suck my dick.
Yeah. It was impressive that we knew what it was.
Yeah, so we have
Give
a
us
lot
credit.
of our family and our like extended family, our grandparents, aunts, uncles, all that is a very like close knit family. I think I've talked about it on here before, but we do a yearly trip to Leo Carrillo. We always seem to get together at least once a year, if not more. Very like close, tight family. And we have occasionally these, and they normally occur at Leo Carrillo.
Yeah.
We have these things we called the Holocaust, and I think
The Holocaust were exclusive to Leo Carrillo.
okay, so yeah, okay, so it was only a Leo
Yeah,
Carrillo.
no, those were only. I mean, they happened elsewhere, but like the
Yeah.
bona fide event was always Leo Carrillo.
And here's the thing: we called them the Holocaust because all these events caused like turmoil in like the whole campground. We'd have like 10 sites, 30 of us there, and it caused drama across all. It really, I mean, the
Just a
Holocaust
complete breakdown.
started a world war.
Yeah.
These started World War our family. So
Yeah.
we weren't, this is a solid analogy for some 10-year-olds. If you're judging us right now, I think it's just mad because your stupid fucking 10-year-old still is reading pop-up books. So don't come at me because you raised some illiterate chode. Now, yeah, I just occasionally attack made up people that are offended
it
at
has
me.
to happen.
I think the squad enjoys it, but
Dude, controversy gets views. Dude.
yeah, dude. So I'm picking fake fights with fake people most
Hell
of the
yeah.
podcast. No one is 90% of the thing where I'm like blah 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 blah. No one's ever actually been. I just imagine someone could get offended by it, and I'm getting ahead of it. But we had these things that caused the Holocaust, and the first one was you had a trailer that had movable bunk beds, like they were together like this, and they would two together, and they would lower a little bit and then split off. So you'd have dual bunk beds in the back, and there was like a lever, and we were told not to play with them. So then we played with them.
Of course.
Of course, and we like broke them. We only broke them to the extent that like a parent had to come and kind of just like turn it on and off and like fuck with it, and then it was fixed.
Yeah, it kind of worked itself out,
But in the heat of the moment, like everyone was so mad at us. I remember we were all crying. We thought we ruined the trip. Like, we were not allowed in your trailer for like the next couple days. All
Yeah.
this shit, and it blew up. And that was the beginning of the Holocaust.
that was the first one.
All right, guys. If you're confused right now, if you're listening, nothing is different to you. If you're watching, we're in completely different clothes now, and the camera angle is probably like slightly different. So yesterday, we were, like we said earlier in the podcast, we were recording on New Year's Eve, and we finished recording, and it didn't record the last 20 minutes or so. So now we're here. We're finishing up the podcast. Everything's good. Happy New Year. It's fucking 2021 now.
Hey.
But yeah, we're going to get back into it. We were talking about the Holocaust stories, and we were talking about the the bug zapper story.
Yes.
So what happened is like we were saying, we have these Holocausts, these crazy moments. This one, our grandparents had a bug zapper, and it was just like a fly swatter that was electricized with like bzz, and used it to kill like bees and moths and big shit. It was just some like fancy camping stuff, and it got broken. Like the button to make the zap happen, like holding it down, was broken off.
Yeah, like someone like hit it against a rock.
Yeah,
or
it got hit
something.
like
It
it was
dumb.
taken down into the riverbed and came back broke. Which ironically, I'm pretty sure it was given to one of the kids, like to kill the bugs because the parents were too lazy to do it. But
What are you gonna do?
no, exactly. So it breaks, and my grandma's pissed, and she's like, "Who broke it? What's going on?" And our cousin Maisie, I believe, she broke it, and she was getting in trouble for it, and she was about to take like the sole blame for it. And her brother Max is a trooper, and he goes, "I'm the one who broke it. It's my fault."
What a brother.
And then she turns to him and it just starts screaming. She's like, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up now!" And we're all like, "What the hell is going on?" And she's like, "Stop lying!" Like she thought that like he was gonna tattle on her or something, but he was trying to get her off scot-free. And she freaked out and was screaming and yelling.
It's a high stress situation.
Yeah, and I remember the whole campground's going ape shit. You know, we got 30 people there.
Yeah.
So it's a big campground. And we were not involved in this one.
No, we were getting off scot-free for sure.
Yeah, we were playing guitar with like our uncle and our cousin. So we weren't a part of this. We just witnessed it all happen. So we avoided that. I don't think there's been one in a while.
I mean, like there have been like
Little
there have
ones.
been like small one, nothing like big enough.
Should we start nicknaming them like less severe genocides?
You know,
Or is that probably not a good
maybe I don't know if there's a such thing as a less severe.
Okay,
genocide.
you're right.
That's a little
less deaths.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I meant,
know?
severe. I mean, like, there's a big difference between like 6 million and 200 people. Still terrible.
That's
that,
true.
but there's
like, is 200 people a genocide?
Maybe.
That
What,
seems like,
what defines a genocide?
I feel like that's something that Luke would know.
Yeah.
Like, I wish Luke was here.
I should keep him in here like my Jamie, like from Joe,
Yeah,
and
dude.
just be like, Luke,
Facts.
what defines a genocide? And he's like, 75.8 people must die, and we're like, thanks, Luke.
Well, if it was 75.8 people, that 200 mark would have been just
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
been
All right,
right.
well, we're not gonna name them any more genocides.
We'll figure out some good.
Yeah, there's just
some
like
good
small
nomenclature
things that
for it.
happen, but it's like those were just such significant
Those were
blow-ups
massive.
and massive. Like, you know, every year someone gets in trouble in some campsite, like, you know, maybe this person does this or they do this and
There's
that.
like some spats here and
Yeah,
there.
but they're always little. Nothing's been that big. I always thought it would kind of maybe be like like when we were younger, or even like when my sisters were younger, like someone got in trouble for like drinking or got like too drunk at the fire and like blew their spot. But we're almost all at the age where it's like legal to drink, basically. And even like my sisters are getting at that point where it's like they don't care. Like, remember the last year before we all turned 21, the parents gave us money to go buy beer for them with our fake IDs. Like, they were like, "Where are you guys
Yeah, that's
going?"
right.
And we were like, "Low key, we're gonna go get some beer." And they were like, "How?" And we were like, "We got fake IDs." And they're like, "Oh, here's $40. Buy us some." Like, it got to that point.
Man,
so,
I don't want to make that trip.
yeah,
Come on.
they're like, "Fuck that."
They're
yeah.
like, you do it.
It was honestly pretty funny, but
It was like the tax. Like, if you're gonna do something illegal,
Yeah.
like benefit us.
I think they even gave us like 40, and they were like, "Get us this and this, and whatever's left you can use." And so we got like $10 worth of free beer.
What a great family.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, don't judge us. You're just jealous. Yeah, dude. So those are the Holocaust stories. Now we're gonna move into the Would You Rather's, and we're gonna pretend like we've never heard them before.
Perfect.
Even though we answered them yesterday.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Never heard of them. Must have been another podcast I did.
Yeah.
All right, guys. The first Would You Rather is: would you rather be in a coma for 20 years right now, or spend the last 30 years of your life in a wheelchair? So yesterday, I remember a big thing we were arguing is like the lost time
Yeah.
of the 20 years in the coma. Because don't get me wrong, a wheelchair life would suck.
Yeah, it's definitely far from ideal.
But
far
it's
from ideal.
But at least you can like start a family, and if you have kids, when like watch your kids grow up, or just experience life. Whereas otherwise, like people are forgetting about you. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Everyone moves on.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna, dude. If you're in a coma for 20 years, by 7 months, I'm just assuming you're gonna die.
But like, how nice would it be? Like in 20 years, you'd wake up and like maybe COVID was gone. You know, maybe you'd
How
be
mad
like,
would you be if you woke up and it
you're
was
like,
still
you
here?
wake up, it's been 20 years. Oh, okay, awesome. So I don't have to wear a mask outside? No, you still have to do that.
It never
Oh,
left. Or you know what'd be
okay.
even worse is they
Dang.
woke up and the doctor's wearing a mask and you're like, you're still wearing a mask? How long have I been out? And they're like, 20. You've been asleep for 20 years. And you're like, COVID is still around. They go, oh no, it was gone about a month after. This is a new global virus that it just you're about.
Well, you heard about what's in UK, right?
Yeah, we're about a month into it, and you're like,
that English virus.
Put me back in the coma.
Yeah, wait a second. This wasn't what I signed up for.
Exactly. So yeah,
let me back.
that'd be shitty. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think we both agreed we were gonna go. How did he complete that?
Yeah, that was a dot.
Yeah, we got the Clemson Ohio State game on in the background, but I'm gonna go with the we both decided to go with the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Just because you didn't want to lose the time.
Yeah, no, and a big factor is wheelchair. You potentially could become like Professor X.
Yes, you
Like,
do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe that development comes like after like year 15 in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I've been thinking? You know how like to some couples going to like, you know, there's different rules like if you can go to a strip club or not, and if that's okay, and what if you go there like is this, you know, watching is fine, but a lap dance.
Yeah,
is
where do you draw
cheating.
that line?
Yeah, where do you draw the line in the sand? If you are married to someone who's in a wheelchair and they get a lap dance, are you allowed to be mad? Because they don't even get to really experience it. Because that'd be
say that one more time for me.
so. If you're married
Okay.
to someone
Yes.
who's in a wheelchair
Yes.
and they get a lap dance,
Yes.
are you allowed to even be mad because they can't feel it? Like that, you know? Because if you're getting mad at that, are you gonna get mad at me if I dream about another girl? It's not real. Like I didn't get to experience it, or is it because it's the act?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's kind of the thought that counts.
That's true. Okay, that's a really good.
But I mean, like I don't know. I feel
No,
like it's different because you get like I mean, if we're comparing it to like a dream, like
Yeah,
a
you
dream,
do
you
get-
don't have any control over
And you're
that.
still gonna get like titties in your face, and
Yeah.
glitter on you, and,
Yeah.
and all that. A funnier answer, but not true, is you should let him do it or her because their life is already so sad.
Oh,
You know, like
I mean,
it's a
yeah,
pick-
I
it's a
get that
pick-me-up.
too. You know, what do you?
You know, every person in
Give
a
a dog a
relationship
bone.
doesn't want their significant other to go to a strip club. But if you ask them for a lap dance, they'd never do it. So you know what? It's like I don't want to cut Erica's hair, so she goes to someone to cut her hair. I don't want to get in shape and dance on a pole for her, so she gets to go to the strip club. You know, you got to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, you know, if you're not getting a service, you go and buy that service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's a dangerous. You
Yeah.
didn't want to have sex with me last night, so I bought a hooker. You're
yeah,
like,
you
huh?
know. Wait a sec. Maybe
That would be
maybe
so
not,
funny.
Maybe not. I don't know.
That's not like that's what it's gotta be like for rich people, being able to just buy and pay for like every little inconvenient service, like a maid, a chef, all that shit. That'd be so sick.
That'd be pretty nice.
Like imagine like you
Imagine
like
that.
imagine if you had a home gym that a personal trainer met you at 8 a.m. and then all three of your meals were made by a personal chef. And you gotta understand the thing, y'all might think you're like good cooks, or I think I'm a good cook, but there's a difference between like a personal chef who's like, I made you a steak with fresh, you know, I don't know, I can't just like fresh, good, like high end, because it's like,
some
yeah,
vegetables.
like, yeah, I'm gonna throw down in the kitchen and make what, like Polska kielbasa or like hamburger helper. I fuck with those. They're
Yeah.
not, you can make them like healthy in a sense, like you can put turkey in them and stuff like that, but it's not gonna be as good as like that personal chef steaks and
Yeah,
all
no,
that comes with
that's
that
a different
money, too.
level.
Yeah. I don't know what
I got my brother and my dad.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
getting-
Your
I'm getting
family
pretty
throws
close.
down. Yeah, dude, they really throw down. My parents
Yeah.
are good cooks though, and honestly,
Yeah, no,
I'm a pretty
we've
good
been
cook.
we've been pretty lucky with some good food in the family
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
over the years.
Okay, let's do
Thank God.
the other. Would you rather?
Yes.
Would you rather break your arm or join Scientology? This one I prefaced yesterday that I was like, guys, this one has callbacks from other things we talked about in the episode. And it was a straight, like, I wish you could have seen his original reaction, because it was a straight troll by me. Just to be like, fuck you. I don't even remember what we exactly talked about in here. It's okay, man. Just leave it.
Murray.
It wasn't a good idea to put a flag as a seat. At least I have a poncho here.
I'm just like sitting on it.
Yeah, man, it wasn't my best idea.
Sorry,
at least
we'll figure that out.
At least we
I'm
got
like the guinea pig.
Gogurt with us and my baseball bat.
I'll just wrap it around like
you could wear it like you're a fighter.
I went to Murray.
Yeah. Congratulations. Their acceptance rate is like 100%.
Dude, this is the closest I'll ever get to winning the Olympics.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hard.
Right
like,
now.
imagine like winning an Olympic event, like you're competing against other countries and getting to just drape that American flag over you.
That's got to be like. That's
it gave me chills thinking about it.
No, that's up there on like top feelings for
especially
sure.
because it's like
walk-off grand slams got to be another one. Like, I'm not a big baseball guy, but like
that gave me chills too.
Like hitting a walk-off grand slam is just like. Oof, like that John. Did you ever see the John Boy breakdown of Bryce Harper's grand slam?
Yeah.
Whew.
Dude, no,
sick.
That would be so. Dude, no. But tell me, hitting a dagger 3 to win like a playoff game, like the shot goes up, buzzer goes off in air, and swoosh it, and just turn towards the arena and be like, yeah, I'm that motherfucker.
Yeah, that Damian Lillard last year.
Yeah, that'd be sick too. Yeah, I guess
sick.
any like walk-off sports moment. Would be sick.
any walk-off's pretty. That's pretty top.
I was bummed I never got to get like a sack on 4th down or anything like that, so where like I could get the sack and just run off the field and be like, that drive's over because of me, because that's got to be like a good feeling too.
That's pretty good. I mean, you still like any sack those.
Yeah,
like
you feel like your balls grow.
Yeah, big nuts.
Yeah, I started doing like celebrations at the end of my.
Yeah, you were like, the bench is coming, dude. I got to get these celebrations in.
Exactly, yeah. I was like, I'm never going to see the field again except for punt shield.
Give me an unsportsmanlike.
I'm honestly more mad. Look, perfect, dude. They're on punt. You see these poor fucks who are just going to stand here while these bigger fucks get a 10-yard head sprint into them.
Yeah.
And you know these guys are just like, that guy in the middle got like smacked by the fat lineman who you know doesn't play, so this is his shining moment. That was me. Every game, bro. It was fucking awful. I would play like
respect. Someone's got to do it.
Sometimes I would be like, we'd warm up, we'd go on defense, like we would either like score or turn the ball over. We just wouldn't punt for a quarter. So I'd go like 40 minutes without doing any activity, and they'd be like, "All right, punt," and then I have to run on the field.
Oh shit!
Or honestly, what was just as bad too is games I didn't play in. Like if I knew I wasn't gonna play, and like I knew before the week, I would. Like, I listen to podcasts during warm-ups, like, instead of music, because I was like, I don't want to get hyped to stand on the sideline. I'm going to listen to some Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, while my coach is, like, talking to us. All right, go get this one.
Pumped up.
Yeah, that's what I would listen to. Like,
about space.
But, dude, sometimes, like, I remember one game we punted, like, 13 times. So
you're just like out there,
dude.
Just
like it was one of the most snaps I got to play in a game, and it was just me running on the field to get pounded. Horrible.
Wow.
Horrible. I don't know how we got off on this tangent. Yesterday? What'd you say? Break your arm because Scientology is a piece of shit.
Listen, Scientology.
We've lost the effort, dude. The effort of these questions
it's tough.
Gone.
It's tough to go back because the conversation doesn't feel like quite as natural.
It feels
as it
awkward.
did before. Yeah,
I feel like we're
just kind of going off doing our own thing now at this point, which is like cool because this
is entertaining.
Yeah,
but not
I'm entertained.
Yeah, or at least we are.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
But we're not here trying to like recreate the funny jokes that may you know what I mean, that we did, and
I feel like if we tried to recreate any jokes though, it'd just be even more uncomfortable than like anything else we could potentially
and it
do.
sucks because this is a question, like we're gonna tell the Mexico story right now. That one's kind of fun because we can just tell
Mexico story we've told countless times since the Mexico story happened, though. So I mean, I feel like we can get away with that one.
Is the PTSD over for you?
No, never.
It's literally embarrassment.
Because the embarrassment's over. Like the video's gonna hurt. The video hurts.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
Yes.
The video still hurts, but no, the story, the embarrassment has long since faded.
People can just
pretty
see
much,
my white ass thighs, huh?
Yeah, what,
I was up there fucking stroking my balls. Sorry,
What,
guys.
you think
Sorry,
they were
mom.
gonna be tan?
I mean, no, but like I could have at least thrown pants on. But I was just
Have some decency.
I dressed nice yesterday. Oh, we overthrew him. I hear my dad. Dude, my dad at one point in this podcast, there was a run where before the season, I was having people pick divisions, and whoever picked the most correct division winners, I would bring back on for a victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still 2 undecided divisions, but it's really looking like my dad's gonna have picked 6 of the divisions right. He needs the Cowboys and the Titans to win. That's all he needs.
Damn.
So like he
Go
just
off, Uncle
yeah,
Stacey.
no, I know.
Impressive.
It'll be hilarious to have him
damn.
back on. Because no, here's the part too that makes it so funny is I told him to prepare for it. I was like, hey, have an idea of your division winners and your 3 favorite desserts, okay? And he was like, I got you. And then, dude, there was a point where I was like, who wins this division? He went, and I was like, okay, people do this. They're thinking of their answer. And he goes,
Yeah.
and there's just a silence. And I'm like, you got an answer? So he's like, I'm thinking. I'm like, okay. and then like more pause. And then he just goes, and I go, do, 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 do.
Nice.
Because I'm trying to break the silence. And he goes, and just threw out a name. And he probably got it right. So, yeah, he literally
probably worked out.
was like, people prepared their lists, like, confident in it. You know,
He's like, I'm going for it.
you know what's the best part?
What's that?
You know who's going to have picked only 1 division right?
You.
No. I did.
Okay,
I got 4 right.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
Dio.
That would have been my second guess.
Dio, the guy who
The sports
you should
podcast?
listen. Yeah, produced by the studio, but yeah, the guy who's has a
boy.
sports podcast. All wrong.
Wow.
All wrong.
That's if that ain't authenticity right there, that's a true sports bettor.
True. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
You know, we were talking about
Mexico.
We were talking about the would you rather. Before we do Mexico though, in place of that would you rather, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you're in a relationship, if you were to have, if there were like sex robots,
Okay.
right? If there were sex robots, would having sex with that robot be considered cheating?
No.
No?
No.
But it's like, it looks like a human.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, no, because it's
No,
just
yeah,
like,
it's not like, it isn't
porn.
like a Rick and Morty. It's not like a Rick and Morty
it's not
sex
like it
bot.
has like a literal like walks around and cooks and weird shit like that. Like it's just it's you have to think of it as technological advancement because there were magazines and then there were TV channels and then there were movies and then it was on your phone and then it was in VR and then there were like
it's like
pocket pussies.
Now
and
it's like fake humans.
yes, so it's just progressed as everything else does in society. Now hear me out.
Okay.
If she's using the doll more than me, feelings are gonna be hurt.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where I might get upset.
That's
because
valid.
Now it's like, but that's the same thing as I think any guy or girl would say that, like, if their partner was just incessantly masturbating and never wanting to do it with them, you would be like,
well,
what's
why?
going on here? Like, why? Like, what am I doing wrong?
Guys,
This game's
is gonna be
so
a
good.
high-scoring game. Oh my god,
Dude, the over 66 though, but they're almost there. It's just they have to each score 33 points, so that's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's like,
But that's
halfway
gonna
through the
happen.
Second, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it would be I would be upset in that.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes
okay.
sense. All right.
What about
Maybe-
you? Yes. No.
No, I mean that. It's kind of like I would say no. I would say no. I feel like anyone who I'd be cheating on with a sex robot would probably say that yes, that would be inconsiderate and rude.
That's true. Okay. Here's the thing.
But
too,
I don't
though.
know.
I know we're not supposed to kink shame,
Mm.
but I would judge any of my significant others if they bought like I think a girl would judge a guy if he had a pocket pussy in a relationship and was using it all the time, like using
Yeah.
it. They'd be like, that's kind of weird. Or like if a girl had like some insane dildo and just was like, using. that like all the time. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
sex swing or something. Like, no, I guess that's not crazy because sex swings for two people. I don't know. I'm like rambling.
I don't even know what a sex swing is.
I don't know. It's a swing for sex, I suppose. I've only seen them in like movies. Like I don't understand how you like own and
What movies
store
are you
one.
watching, dude?
Dude, that's just like an easy joke. Like oh my god, mom and dad have a
Alright.
swing in their room, and you're like, it's a sex swing.
Do you have to know what that is? No, never mind. Whatever.
Well, as you know what a sex swing is.
I don't know if I know what a sex swing is.
But if it was a joke was
if I
made
do.
about a sexual swing, you would get it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Mexico is where we're going.
Mexico is where we went.
Okay, so we went to Mexico. Great story. We went to Mexico, and we stayed down in Rosarito, and we went to Papa's and Beer. We bought like a weekend pass for there. It was fucking, dude, it was so sick.
It was a great time.
And on the Saturday they were there, they didn't have any musical guests because, dude, they normally have like a YG Tyga type.
Yeah, YG was like
The next
debuting his
weekend.
album the next
Yeah,
weekend, right?
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys were
that
like,
was,
oh, dude, we should save for that. I was
yeah,
like,
we should come back. As on the last day, I had no dollars to my name. I gave it to like some kid at the border for like a churro in Tijuana.
I spent my last dollar using the bathroom at the border.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so we're down there and they had a pool party. Free, you know, if you buy it, you get in with free drinks, 12 to 4, DJ, pool party, dude. Fucking epic. Just, dude, they're playing volleyball, like, you know, girl, they had a belly flop contest that Gabe won.
Yeah, that was
Shout out
great.
Gabe Cruz.
Shout out,
And he
Gabe.
got 6 free shots and
Dude, shout out
a
that
thing of
cowboy
beer.
guy too. You remember that cowboy? The cowboy.
Oh,
doing the
yeah,
belly flop
yeah,
contest?
yeah.
That second one was pretty good.
Yeah, Gabe only won because we spread out and screamed loud, so it
We
sounded like
went
the whole crowd.
nuts.
And then they made
We
Gabe
went
take
nuts.
all 6 shots. The DJ was like, "Do it, pussy!" Like basically, and he
He's
had
like,
no choice.
You have to take the shot.
I can't believe he didn't throw up.
Me
I
neither,
would've
dude. That
I
was
would have
impressive.
projectile vomited on the DJ.
I was close to doing it, and I
Okay.
wasn't even drinking.
Yeah, so Travis,
vodka.
it's
or
free
the
drinks.
tequila.
All you got to do really is like you just tip them $1 because it's so crowded. If you're not an attractive person, they're not going to serve you. They're going to serve the attractive people first.
Yeah.
But dude, it's $1 free drinks. At worst, you spent $10 there getting 10 drinks. Like
Yeah.
it's totally worth it. And I always tip my bartenders $1. Like that's just the tip I do when I go out drinking. So like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And you come back to the table with like some colorful drink in your hand because that's all they would serve us,
vodka pineapples,
and you had $1 bill in your hand, like a little group of them, and you were like, dude, I can't believe that if you just hold up $1, they give you free drinks. Like, and obviously you knew the concept of it, but the way you described it was like, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
'Cause you go, sir, and he goes, zoinks, and then he gives you a drink.
My lord,
Yeah, my lord. I
another
brought you
drink,
this $1.
please. I mean, that's my first open bar
No,
experience
exactly.
in my life.
So
dude.
I'm
I
not
was
even
hyped.
like clowning on you. I'm saying
I was ready.
That it was funny that you said that, and that's like my honestly my favorite part of it is you coming up and saying that to me because I was so hammered, but like I was like, oh, this guy's on like a new level. This is awesome.
No, all you guys were all drinking beers and stuff, and I was like, I want sweet drink, dude.
No, and I get that.
I want
but-
Tropical.
So then all of a sudden, now it's going to get kind of vulgar right now, and we're going to also play the video of it. Like, I'll either splice it in or it will be between us. But Travis Van is kind of like head down on the table, not doing very well, and he looks up. Hey, go to the trash can! Like, you know when, yeah, when they're super fucked up. And so you did not look elegant. Like, yeah, you know, I looked at you and I was like, oh, no. And all of a sudden you put his hand in sprays out and I'm like, oh shit, and then the next part of the video, and I grabbed the trash can, back to you with the trash can, and then you're going, you're throwing up, and everyone's leaving, and the DJ is now commentating this because he sees it. And, like, people are so, like, weirdly, like, not making fun of him. Like,
oh, yeah. Everyone was very supportive.
Excited to see it. Dude, this one girl came up. If you're watching, you're already seen it. But, like, for the listeners, she's, like, clapping and you know, like, girls, when they get really excited, they jump and they clap. She's jump clapping, like, oh, my God. And, and then starts playing his ass like bongo drums.
Oh.
And then,
she learned that from Paul, dude.
Yeah. And she's throwing up you're throwing up into the trash can. And then, oh my God, we didn't talk about this yesterday. I forgot. The video ends with drunken, red-faced, yellow-eyed, angry, pure anger Travis looks up at me and goes, "It's on my face," and the phone gets slightly slapped in the video ends.
That's honestly the only emotion I remember from that experience.
Was
actually
anger?
No, there were like three like key frames that I remember. I remember me sitting there, and then I remember like the initial like I'm about to throw up.
Yeah,
but like I feel like we don't talk about this enough. Like, for how drunk, like how obliterated I was, it's pretty impressive that I held it in long enough for you to grab a trash can.
Yes,
like I still had. Like,
I
still had function there, like enough. I was cognizant enough to be like, you can't throw up on this table in front of these strangers. Like,
yeah, I would not have.
You
survived.
can't do that.
Not have survived.
But no, I remember. So I remember like the initial. This is happening.
I keep forgetting I'm putting my thigh in the shot. Sorry, guys.
You know, it happens. We forgive you. And then I remember I woke up with my head in a trash can, and I was like, okay, this is happening. And I didn't hear like DJ going like, yeah, man, let it out. Let's go. Let's fucking go. But like, I heard, like I was hearing something, and I'm hearing cheers. And I'm feeling someone slapping my ass, and then I wake up, and then it's like 3 hours later, and I'm back at the house.
I felt so bad for you, like, because dude, here's the thing.
I felt pretty bad too.
Almost anyone listening or watching or has had that moment in their drinking life. There's just one day,
God bless you,
you're young and stupid, or even when I say young, like new to drinking, and you go dumb hard, and you are just...
You don't know your limit.
2 sheets to the wind, fuck till Wednesday, like, so bad. And you throw... Dude, nothing is... It hurts when you throw up. Like, it feels like part of your stomach is falling out with it. It's so terrible. And we've all been there. And how terrible you feel. Like, terrible. Like, you're like, I never want to drink again.
Bro, I woke up at 2 a.m. that morning. Yeah. Everyone else was gone because you guys all went out again.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, we went out. So we all napped watching Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and then woke up and went back to the club.
Yeah, you guys woke up. I never woke up from that. Like we got back, and I was like 7 o'clock. I was like, we left that party at 4. Where did that time go? And then I fell asleep, and I was like, all right, wake up at 2 a.m. That's my next little vignette. And then you guys are all gone, and I'm just sitting there in this unfurnished room, just like sweating buckets, like cold, shivering. I'm like, I am dying of alcohol poisoning in Rosarito,
You're gonna
Mexico.
die in Rosarito.
I was like, I'm about to die in Rosarito in this unfurnished house on a comforter.
Yeah,
like I just laid down a comforter and that was it. And that's how I went out.
Yeah, dude, it was.
You guys had a great time though.
Yeah, it was brutal for you. And when we say unfurnished, I know maybe in your head you were just like, oh, like not a great apartment. No.
Yeah, no.
It was our friend's dad who had built this house. It was a beautiful house.
So nice.
Like in America, like by a beach like it would have been
multi-million.
Like, beautiful,
it was
dude.
So
like,
ridiculous.
Dude, he did like stained glass himself. He had a beautiful painting on the roof that he painted. It was fucking awesome. But there was no running water.
Big butt.
No, there was in the garage, a well.
A little reservoir of water underneath the house.
That you would drop a bucket into and pull it out of. And then you would
get your socks
shit
all wet.
And then wash it down, or you would you would splash yourself and then like soap up and then dump it on you, and that was your shower.
Yep.
It was fucking.
You'd
It
have
was
to-
it was a
you'd have to
sick
bring
house,
that
but it just
upstairs.
wasn't done.
Dude, when everyone was waking up like the morning after like going out, and everyone's like, gotta take a shit.
Dude,
it was just like
demolishing.
it was
these-
just everyone upstairs bathroom, downstairs bathroom. We're all sharing the same goddamn bucket, like trying to like
Yeah,
bring it
dude.
around just to flush toilet.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember the upstairs
Oh,
bathroom got
no.
blown up so bad that like
Yes.
no one would go inside it. Like people were just waiting
was-
for the downstairs.
It
one.
was
It was brutal.
Yeah,
it was fun though, but it was just a
lot of
brutal
fun.
trip. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we can laugh about it now though.
Yeah. It's we're at a different time now.
Yeah. So,
Evolved.
all right, dude, we're gonna wrap this podcast up.
Let's
This
do
might
that.
be the longest one because like I don't know how long we've been going.
Yeah.
But we've been going. We got back into it. Like we could have done a whole new episode.
We
This has been
Probably
fun,
could've.
dude. Well, you'll be back on for sure.
Oh, awesome.
We'll do one where we're gonna drop acid and just cry up here. And
Oh,
it'll just
okay.
it'll be a live stream.
And we'll just play like scary songs the whole time.
Come trip with us. No, I'm
Dude,
just kidding.
I've got
was-
got all the songs from
Mom, I
when
don't do
pledged.
acid. Yeah. Okay.
God.
Last Resort Media, last segment. Talk about rating movies. You got the rundown of it. I don't have to explain it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw The Big Lebowski, which I said is a 2, and I know it's like a cult classic and it's a favorite. And it's not that I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
not
The
for everyone.
ending, yeah, it just was. I liked it. Just I wasn't in love with it by
Yeah,
any means.
yeah.
I would never watch it ever again.
Yeah,
Um,
it definitely is like it's a Coen Brothers film.
Yeah.
Anderson. Fantastic Mr. Fox is just
Yeah.
like really solid movie.
it sounds interesting. Like I want to check it out.
Yeah, no, you like watch that with Erica because
Okay.
like she'll definitely like it. There are some really stunning shots that are just like pleasing to look at, and it's just like it's a cute, like it's really just like a cute like family
Yeah,
kind of movie. But
that sounds good. I'll
Yeah,
check
it's
it
a
out.
lot of fun. Good
Um,
music too.
Yeah. Any other music or shows or anything you want to shout out?
No, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
I'm all good on that front.
For
Yeah.
sure. Then I'm gonna wrap it up right now.
Heck yeah.
To the squad, thank you guys for listening. If this is your 42nd time or your first time, I appreciate you listening. And still got stickers available. You can see them. They're between me right now if you're watching or if you're listening. And then I'll ship them to you wherever you want, free. I don't want anything. I just want people who will rock my stuff. I appreciate it. And yeah, dude, thank you for doing the episode.
Thanks
I
for having me,
appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It was fun. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See you.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.